Welcome back to This Week in the Pentagon. There's no doubt the Defense Department puts a high level of importance on education. And a good example of this is the Naval Postgraduate School in California. Its mission is to educate the military's future leaders on national security. Often that education and research results in real-world solutions to problems the DoD faces. From the trench warfare of World War I to the irregular warfare of today, how we fight war has changed and will continue to change. How we adapt can determine if a war is won or lost. Education and research are critical parts of being able to adapt. One of the premier Defense Department institutions for this is the Naval Postgraduate School. NPS started out as the Postgraduate School of Marine Engineering in Annapolis, Maryland in 1909. The sailing of President Theodore Roosevelt's Great White Fleet inspired its creation.
It was a political triumph and a diplomatic triumph, but was almost an engineering disaster. And so when the ships all limped back home, the Navy leadership put their heads together and said, you know, we need to work on some things like engineering and standardization. And what does it mean, all of this technology change for the future? We need to put some of our bright officers together and educate them.
Now in Monterey Bay, California, NPS accommodates not just the Navy, but the entire Department of Defense, as well as other federal agencies and foreign militaries. What started as 10 students in an attic classroom has grown to 4 graduate schools, 4 institutes, 23 centers of excellence, and distance learning options. Its model for education is demand-driven, as opposed to most civilian universities, which are supply-driven.
The research is done in response to a sponsor who has a problem of national security interest and comes to us, and then our faculty figure it out, and then they involve students in the solution, which enriches the student environment. So the research products that we actually come out with and the benefits of the research done there are really kind of a byproduct of the main mission of the school, which is to educate future leaders in national security.
Being demand-driven allows NPS to adapt very quickly, at times developing curricula in a matter of weeks. According to the school's provost, sometimes they're even ahead of demand, like in the latest war front, cyberspace.
We've been doing cybersecurity for 15 years here. We currently have 50 faculty members working in the area of cybersecurity, literally hundreds of students. We work closely with NSA on the development of a relevant curriculum. So when the nation suddenly has a cybersecurity crisis, the Naval Postgraduate School is already sort of there.
The programs offered at NPS aren't just for the U.S. military or even just U.S. citizens. Nearly 300 international students, mostly foreign military officers, attend NPS. Defense leaders stress the importance of coalition partnerships to the success of global security.
We're no longer in the Cold War. It's no longer a bipolar environment. It is a multipolar environment. We can't do everything ourselves. We need to have international partners.
The militaries of Iraq and Afghanistan are benefiting from NPS. The school is providing mobile education to the countries in subject areas including democratization, government, and understanding civilian control of the military. According to school officials, all of the courses, initiatives, and research are for one goal: educating future leaders.
They tell me over and over and over and over, that's where I learned how to think. That's where, for the first time in my career, I had an opportunity to step back and understand, when faced with a problem, what kind of questions to ask, how to ask the questions, how to separate the right answers from the wrong answers, how to deal with the unknown.
NPS is a degree-granting institution with master's and doctorate level programs available. A majority of the students at NPS are 03 and 04 officers. The school is celebrating its centennial anniversary this year.